Hi, I am Karthik Rannan. I am the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
The journey was great. Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly, right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
Hi, I am Karthik Rannan. I am the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, help the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
Hi, I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me, so I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
The journey was great. Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
Hi, I am Karthik Rannan. I am the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
Hi, I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me, so I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our technical fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
Am I audible to all of you guys? Guys, am I audible? Yes or no? Okay, great. Yes, thanks for the reply, guys. So let me share my screen. Is it visible to all of you? Okay, great. Yes, thanks, guys. So let's begin with the session, guys. So yesterday, we have started with the introduction part of the generative AI, right? And we understood that how generative AI models are differ from uh, the discriminative models. So both are the part of the actually deep learning or AI things. But there is a difference between the generative models or generative techniques and the discriminative models or the discriminative techniques. So the thing is, in case of a generative models, so these kind of a techniques will generate the response in the output. That means they will generate a new data point. While in case of a just a minute, guys. Okay, so while in case of a discriminative models, so they won't generate any new data point, but they will only work upon the input data, and accordingly they will do the predictions. So this is something we saw, and we also understood that this very new field as a generative AI, like what is a forecasting has been done for the next couple of years for this particular field. Along with that, we saw what are the different models or the techniques are there in the generative AI. So let's get some more idea like what are these techniques and all. But before that, any questions, guys? Anyone till last class? Any doubt or any queries? Okay, great. So let's start, guys. What is a strong AI? So strong AI is also called as a general AI. So these are the application of AI which are used for a general purpose kind of a task, right? So they can like these kind of a applications can be used for multiple tasks. They have a versatility within that, right? So for example, yesterday we have discussed one of the example as a Tesla autopilot car, right? So like whatever techniques are there in the Tesla autopilot vehicles, so they have a lot of functionality. They are not only built for a just to take a driving decision. They are also built to detect the object and to detect like when to take the right turn, when to take the left turn, what is the distance between the other with the other object. So a lot of functionalities are there with these kind of applications. All right. So that's why we are calling it as a general AI or a strong AI. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Okay, cool. So let's see a little bit more details regarding this generative AI models. So one of the model in the generative AI, we have something called as a GAN networks. GAN networks or a generative adversarial network. All right. Uh, Karan, what do you mean by AI need database? I mean, I didn't understand this part. Okay. So one of the network in the generative AI, guys, that is called as the GAN networks or the generative adversarial networks. So this kind of a network, these are the powerful class of the neural networks that are used for unsupervised learning. And the actual goal of the GAN is to they generate new images based upon your input images. So generative adversarial networks are used to generate some new images. New images. So let's say you have a one input image and you want to generate couple of more images that is very much similar to your input image. So this kind of a functionality can be performed by the GAN. We pass this input image to the GAN network, generative adversarial network, and this network, what it will do in the output, it will produce the image which is very much similar to your input image. All right. So like this is how this GAN network works. Right. So since this kind of a network is generating the new images based upon your input image, that's why these are the part of the generative AI models. Then other set of technique is basically large language models. So this kind of a application, this large language model, these are typically, built over the text data, which is something we are calling as the NLP. So the application of the large language model is typically over the text data only. All right. And ChatGPT is one of the application of, or you can say one of the example of large language model. So since ChatGPT is an example of large language model, and large language model is, they are built using the text data only. They can only understand the text data. So for ChatGPT, guys, for ChatGPT, our input is also a text data. Input is a text data. And whatever output is being generated by ChatGPT, that is also a text data. You cannot provide any other input to the ChatGPT. ChatGPT will only take text as the input data and it will only generate text as a output data. If you want to process some images or videos, or let's say you want to provide some Excel file or CSV file, it won't accept, right? ChatGPT can only understand text data since it is an application of large language model. Is that clear, guys? Okay. So this is one thing. Apart from that, we have something called as a prompt learning, which is one of the crucial part when we are dealing with these kind of networks. So we can apply this particular concept of the prompt learning, or sometimes it is also called as the prompt engineering. So we can apply this particular concept to other, some other applications of the generative AI. So like you can apply this concept to the ChatGPT. This is what we are covering in this course, prompt engineering with the ChatGPT, right? You can also apply this particular concept to other applications of the generative AI. So what is the prompt engineering and what we do in this particular domain? So that is something we'll be discussing in next sessions, right? Then we have something called as a diffusion probabilistic model. These are also, generative AI model that will use to generate the images. But they are very much different from the GAN networks in terms of the model building and how it performs, right? So they are also used for the image generation. But the working and, there are a couple of differences between the diffusion probabilistic model versus GAN models, right? Then we have a other set of generative AI models that is called as a RLHF, which stands for the reinforcement learning from human feedback, right? So it is again majority of the application of RLHF is found over the text data only. So like generating the chat messages, right? New answer accommodate the previous chat dialogues like that. So a lot of things are there using the text message. Then we have a very important model in the generative AI that is something called as a sequence to sequence model. Sequence to sequence model. So actually this kind of a models refers to the approaches where input is a sequence of words and output is also a sequence of words. With respect to your text data, my input is a sequence of word and output is also a sequence of word. So this kind of a model we are calling as a sequence to sequence model, and it is very important to understand this kind of models, to understand the like technical details behind these kind of applications of the generative AI. Right? Which point, Karan? Which point I need to repeat it? So these are the couple of applications of generative AI. Starting point generative. So basically, this is what we are dealing like generative AI applications and models. So we understood that generative AI, like this is the field where the model will generate the new data points in the output, right? So these are the couple of applications, and apart from that, like sequence to sequence model is one of the important model, or you can say important architecture we have. Apart from that, guys, there is another important model or architecture we have, that is something called as a transformers. So transformers is also another AI based model. So it's a deep learning architecture that adopts the mechanism of the self attention, right? So what is a transformer and like how it works, that is something a little bit more technical detail, so I'm not getting into this technical details, but yeah, this is something which is also very important along with the sequence to sequence model. So you can say we have a modification over the sequence to sequence model, and that modification has been adopted by the transformers. And transformers also using some like new kind of a mechanism, that is something called as a attention mechanism, right? And then ChatGPT is another application of the generative AI. We already discussed. It is an example of the large language model. DALL-E, again, it's one of the application of the generative AI, right? So from the DALL-E, what we can do, we can generate the images by providing the text data. I mean, based upon the text data, we can generate the images. We have a Lambda, again, application of the generative AI that is related to the conversational chatbots, right? And variational autoencoders, these are again application of the generative AI. But out of all these applications, the most important part is actually ChatGPT, transformer, and sequence to sequence model. So these three terms are very important because these are the most commonly used models or architecture behind lot of generative AI applications, right? So you can find like if you see the backend details of any of this generative AI model or generative AI application, so at the backend you can find either there is a sequence to sequence model architecture is applied or transformer architecture is applied. So like in that way, we have these applications. So current transformer is like it's not an electrical transformer, right? It's not an electrical transformer. It is a neural network based architecture. It is deep learning architecture, which is based upon the neural network, right? It is one of the AI model or deep learning model. So this model is used, to build number of generative AI applications. And this model utilizes something called as an attention mechanism. So it is one kind of a like mechanism, or you can say, sub part within that is being especially used in the transformers. Okay. So these are the couple of details with the generative AI models. Okay, there is a one question, guys. ChatGPT is an application or it's a model? What do you think, guys? ChatGPT is an application or a model? Anyone? Yes, ChatGPT is an application. ChatGPT is an application. GPT is the technology or model, right? ChatGPT is an application. It's an AI-based chatbot. ChatGPT is nothing but AI-based chatbot. But whatever things you're seeing as a GPT, so GPT stands for, guys, Generative Pre-trained Transformer, right? So this transformer is this one. So that means behind the ChatGPT, we have a a model as a transformer which is working behind the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is generating the responses using this particular deep learning architecture that is called as a transformer. And we have a some modified form of this transformer. That's why we are calling it as a generative predefined transformer, pre-trained transformer. Right? So it is called as a generative pre-trained transformer. So ChatGPT is an AI-based chatbot. Right? Yeah. Why it is called OpenAI? So I'm coming to that point, Madhu. Okay. Transformer helps in solving problems, but chat applications helps in media. What does that mean, Apurva? I mean, these kind of applications are built using the transformer model. So transformer is one kind of a deep learning based model, right? Okay, guys. So with this, let me start with the ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you how you can utilize this particular application ChatGPT. And once we get familiar with this ChatGPT, then I will also include couple of more technical details. So first of all, I will include some basics regarding the neural network. Then I will also show you how this sequence to sequence model or the transformer architecture looks like, a basic understanding. And then we will again come back to ChatGPT and we will see a couple of more use cases and the functionalities. So from today onwards, most of the things will be practical with respect to ChatGPT, right? And along with that, we will be also covering like the prompt engineering with respect to ChatGPT. So this is the agenda for next couple of sessions. Clear, guys? Yes, Karan. Correct. Okay, so give me a minute so that I'll be ready with the things and I will guide you how you can proceed. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so let me share my screen. Guys, you can do it parallelly if you want. All right. So first of all, let's see how you can get access to the ChatGPT application. Right? It's a free. You need to create an account. So just follow the process, guys. So you can search it over the Google, simple ChatGPT. Right? Search ChatGPT over the Google. And this is what you will get as the first link. chat.openai.com. Right? So this is the first link, what you will getting. Just click on this particular link. So the moment you click over this first link, you will get a home page from OpenAI like this. Are you guys getting this kind of a home page open? I'm coming to that point, Karan. Don't worry. Before that, do let me know whether you guys getting this kind of a home page. Okay, great. So guys, This is the organization or the company OpenAI which have built this application called ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is an application which is built by OpenAI. OpenAI is a company or organization, right? So ChatGPT is one of the AI-based chatbot. Right? But this is not the only AI-based chatbot available in the market. We have some other AI-based chatbot. What are those? Have you guys heard about Bing? Bard? Have you guys heard about these terms? Yes, great. Yes, guys. So, so these are the other AI-based chatbot what we have in the market. So ChatGPT is built by OpenAI. Bing is built by Microsoft. Right? Bing is built by Microsoft. It is another AI-based chatbot. And this Bard, it is also AI-based chatbot, which is built by Google. Right? So we call it as a Google Bard. So in that way, we have a different AI-based chatbot. But for this particular session, I'm going to deal with the ChatGPT. Now you guys understand what is the OpenAI? So just like Microsoft built the Bing, Google built the Bard, OpenAI built the ChatGPT. Okay, great. So this is the homepage for the OpenAI organization, guys. And if you see over this right top corner, we have an option called as a login. So guys, just click over this login button. It will ask you to create an account. Since I have already created my own account, so I'm not going to, create it again. So it will hardly take, guys, 1 or 1.5 minutes. And what it will need, it will be needed only your email ID and mobile number. So over the mobile number, it will send you an OTP just to verify. And then it will ask you to set a password for your ChatGPT account. So just do that activity, guys, and do let me know in the chat box once you have done that part. It will hardly take 1 or 1.5 minutes. Okay. Okay, Rahul. Great. Anyone facing any difficulty, guys, to create a login ID and password? Okay, it's cool. Let's wait for half a minute. Is it done, guys? Is the account is created, guys? Yes or no? Okay, great. So I'm sure all of you guys have created your, login ID and credentials, those kinds of things. Don't worry, Karan. Throughout this course, we are, covering all of these things, right? So, in a just one session, you can't get all of those things, right? So, like step by step, we will cover each and everything. Okay. So, okay. So, guys, after creating your login ID and password and all, creating an account, if you log in it with your credentials, this is the home page you are getting after login, right? So you'll be getting two options, ChatGPT and API. So just select the ChatGPT option and get into your ChatGPT account, right? Select this ChatGPT option. And once you select this ChatGPT option, probably this is the home page you guys are seeing. So this is the ChatGPT account what we have. So everyone is getting this kind of a ChatGPT account. Yes, cool. So probably guys, in your account, this left hand side portion, whatever you guys are seeing here, this is something is not available, right, in your account. And yes, and probably these icons or these options are not available in your ChatGPT account. This one, right? This is speaker and this mic option, all right? But apart from that, more or less the things will be exactly same. So first of all, guys, let's understand this environment, and then we will see a couple of more details. So guys, this is the ChatGPT account page what we have. And if you see this particular part, so here it is written that ChatGPT 3.5. So 3.5 is the version of ChatGPT. So ChatGPT, guys, it has two versions. One is a 3.5, another one is a ChatGPT 4, right? ChatGPT 3.5 is a free version, what we are using, while ChatGPT 4 is a paid version. So if you just click over this down arrow, you can see here there is a ChatGPT 4 also, and it is asking to upgrade to plus, right? So this ChatGPT 4 is a paid version, and as per my knowledge, the charges for this ChatGPT 4 is a $20 per month, right? $20 per month, around that the charges is there to utilize the ChatGPT 4. So ChatGPT 3.5 is a free version and 4 is a paid version, right? Obviously, if we have a paid version, so it will include a couple of more functionalities, which is not available with this free version. Okay, so this is one thing. Okay, apart from that, if you see this particular window or this canvas, so here we have this box at the bottom. So guys, this is the place, this box, this is the place where we write our input queries. So whatever things you want to ask to ChatGPT, you can write those things here only, right? So this is the input box what we have. So here we provide our input. And as I told you, ChatGPT can only take the text as the input, and it will generate only text as the output, right? So this is the place where we write our input queries. And once we pass this input queries to ChatGPT, so ChatGPT will generate response over this canvas. So like this is the place where you will get the output or a response from the ChatGPT. Okay. Apart from that, if you see over the left hand side, so probably in your case, these are not visible. So these are nothing but, guys, whatever chats you have done with the ChatGPT. So all those chats will get saved in a whatever chats you have done, you can like these chats will automatically saved over this left hand side, and you can rename these chats, right? So I will show you in some time like how you can do that. But apart from that, over this bottom left hand side, you can see you have an account details. So if you just click over there, you have a logout option, you have a setting and some custom instructions, right? So you can log out it from here for your account. Okay. Okay, guys. So if you understand this environment, let me just show you a couple of examples, right? So let's suppose I want to know, let's say, what is generative AI? Simple thing. What is a generative AI? This is something I want to know from the ChatGPT. So what I will do, I will write my input query over this input box. So let me write it. What is generative AI, right? And I will pass this input query the ChatGPT. Now understand, guys, when it comes to the ChatGPT or generative AI concepts, so whatever input we provide to these applications, these are called as the prompts, right? These are called as a prompts. So this is one prompt I have. Okay. So whatever input queries we provide to this application, all of those input queries are called as a prompts. So what is a generative AI is one prompt, which is something I'm going to provide to ChatGPT. And I'm expecting ChatGPT will generate the response for this particular prompt. Right. So how to provide this particular prompt to ChatGPT? Just press enter. Either press enter or press this this arrow button. Right. So let me just press enter. See, this is how ChatGPT will generate the response. Can you guys see? So this is my prompt. What is generative AI? With respect to that, this is how ChatGPT is generating the response. It is providing some details regarding the generative AI part. So generative AI refers to class of artificial intelligence system that have an ability to generate new content, right? Along with this, some more details. So up to this point, things are clear, guys. Any questions, anyone? What about YouTube, guys? Ramesh Raj, which is most powerful? Obviously, ChatGPT 4 is the most powerful, right? It has a lot of other capabilities and functionalities. That's why. Yes, Apurva, correct. Karan, I have never said that generative AI is a text-based like application or a domain. What I have said you, so I told you guys, large language model is one of the application of the generative AI, and this large language model is something which is totally based upon the text data, right? Generative AI has a lot of other applications. So some of the applications are based upon the text data, some of the applications based upon the images, some of the applications we have that is deals with both text data as well as the images. Okay. So likewise, we have a number of applications with generative AI. Okay. And any other questions, guys? Okay. So let me share my screen. Yes, Shashikant, I'm coming to that point. I'm coming to that point, guys. Don't worry. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible. Now see, guys, if you type the same prompt and if you pass it to the ChatGPT, probably all of you guys getting some different result. Like my result might be different from your results, right? The things will be related to the generative AI only, but whatever results we are getting, we have a some, like probably the length of the output is little bit different, or let's say the language is little bit more different, or probably in your case you are getting some more details, something like that. So this is how ChatGPT works at the backend. So basically, like how ChatGPT generates the response, that is something it is utilizing some probabilistic concept. So based upon some probability value, it is generating these responses, right? And since probability is something which is very much random in nature, so that's why whatever output it generates for each and every prompt, that output is little bit different from rest of the, you know, like other times whatever output you get, this time probably you get some different output, something like that. So that means if I just pass the same, you know, same prompt again, probably I'll be getting some different output. Let me just do that. So if I pass it the same prompt, like what is generative AI, since at the backend it is using some probability based concept to generate these responses, so that's why each and every time it will generate some new response, right? So see the outcome this time. So now you can see there is a, difference in this output and the previous output. So if you see the first line, so this was the first output, and the first line is generative AI refers to a class of artificial intelligence systems that have an ability to generate new content, right? Now if you see the first line of the current output, so it's like generative AI, short for generative artificial intelligence, refers to a category of artificial systems that have an ability to generate a new original content autonomously, right? The things is related to the generative AI only, but this time probably the output is in a different manner, or probably I'm getting some more details, or sometimes I will get some less details. So that is totally depends upon how the model is working at the backend. Understood, guys? Is that clear to all of you? And probably if I get the time, I will also show you how you can check the probability of each and every word which is being generated here. That means how ChatGPT is using the probability based concept. Okay. Which part, Karan? What about YouTube, guys? Okay. So this is, guys, this is how ChatGPT can respond to your queries, right? Now let me just show you a couple of more functionalities of ChatGPT, and then we will see a couple of more details, right? Okay, so for that, guys, I have a couple of text files. So probably these files you will get by tomorrow. But for today, let me just use these files, right? These are, I have some sample prompts with me. Let's see how it works. So just give me a minute so that I can, manage this part. Just a minute, guys. Okay, let me share my screen. Is it visible, guys? Yes, right? Okay, so let's say this is what you are getting the outcome for this particular prompt. What is generative AI, right? And then what you can do, if you want, you can even copy this particular content and paste it in your, some other file, and you can utilize this content, right? Or what you can do, after each and every output, you can see these four options. So the like this thumbs up and thumbs down is nothing but whether you like this outcome or not, right? This recycle button is nothing but it is a regenerative option. You can regenerate the response. So if you just click over this, arrow circle option, so you can regenerate the response for the same prompt. Let me just do that. If you just click over this option, this arrow, circle arrow kind of option, it is an option to regenerate the response for the same prompt. If you just click over there, it will start regenerating the response for the same prompt. And probably this time I'm getting some more details or outcome in some other manner, right? You can see this time the output is very much different from the past outcomes, right? And if I want to just copy all of this response, like this particular response from beginning up to the last point, so what I can do, I can just click over this container option. So the moment you click over this container option, all of this output, like this particular output is being copied, and you can directly paste it at the respective file or wherever you want to save this outcome. Is that clear, guys, this part? So likewise, we have these four options. Along with that, if you see on the left hand side, there is a new chat session automatically get created based upon your first prompt. So what was my first prompt? What is a generative AI? So based upon that, it will automatically create a chat session as a generative AI overview. So this is the chat session where I am currently working with the ChatGPT, right? You can even name or rename this particular chat session. So just by clicking these three dots, you can get an option called share, rename, or delete, right? You can even share this particular chat, whatever chats you have done with the ChatGPT, all of these chats you can share with the third person, right? Or let's say you want to rename this particular chat session. So just click over this rename, and then you can provide whatever name you want to provide. So let's say chat GPT intro. So let's say this is what I want to provide a chat session name, chat GPT intro. So this chat session is being, whatever chat I have done with the chat GPT in this particular session, that is being saved with this chat session name as a chat GPT intro, right? So this is another capability. Yes, Gaurav, the recordings will be there, right? Okay, so this is one part. Apart from that, guys, so if you see these prompts, so I have just passed these prompts in a single line. If you want to write a prompt more than one line, so how you can get into the second line? So for that, okay, let me just show you. Let's suppose I want to write a prompt which contains the two lines. So let's say my first line is, what is generative AI? This is the first prompt, and below that I want to include another input question. So for that, if you want to go to the next line, the shortcut is a shift plus enter. Shift plus enter. The moment you press shift plus enter, you can get into the next line. If you directly press the enter, it will go to the ChatGPT as an input, right? So shift plus enter is the shortcut to get into a new line in this input box. Let's say I want to include one more input query, like what is a generative AI and provide some examples. That's it. And then I can press enter. That will be the input to the ChatGPT. And here ChatGPT is providing details regarding the generative AI along with a couple of examples. Right? So this is another thing. Okay. Now let's see a couple of more hands-on. Let's try to explore the capabilities of this particular tool called ChatGPT. Okay. But yeah, up to this point, guys, is that clear to all of you? Any questions, anyone, up to this point? Okay, great. Great. So let's suppose, guys, I'm working for an organization, right? And I have received mail from higher authority. And I don't know how to generate a reply for that particular mail. So this is something I can take a help from the ChatGPT to generate a reply for a particular mail. For example, let me just show you. Is this notebook is visible, guys? This notepad? This sample mail, guys, is it visible? Yes, cool. So here I have a guys sample mail, what I have taken, and I want to generate the reply for this sample mail. So if you see, it's a sample mail, and this mail contains the information related to progress of the data analytics project, right? So this mail sent to a person called Sam, and this mail contains some of the project details regarding this data analytics project, like how the project is going on, some update. So like with respect to the data cleaning and data collection part, exploratory analysis part, model development part, visualization part, some collaboration if it is needed. And this is how this mail is being generated from John, right? So this is a sample mail, and I want to generate a reply for this particular mail. So I can take a help from ChatGPT to generate a reply for any kind of a mail. So what I can do, I will just copy this sample mail, and then I can paste it in the chat box. As I told you, ChatGPT can only take text data as an input, right? So what I can do here, I can ask ChatGPT to generate a reply for this mail like this. So I can write here, generate reply for this mail, comma, and below that I will just paste my email, what one email I have. So get into the next line, and then just paste this email. So you can see here in the first line, I have asked ChatGPT to generate the reply for this mail, and this is what I have a mail received. All right, and let me just pass it to the ChatGPT. So you can see here, this is my prompt, generate reply for this mail, and here I have a mail. So you can see here, this is how ChatGPT is generating a reply to this mail. It is providing a subject, and ChatGPT is understanding what is the context present in this particular mail. I haven't provided a context to ChatGPT that this mail is regarding the project development part, something like that. ChatGPT understood from this particular email, whatever mail I have provided, that the subject should be the project update regarding the data analytics progress. This is something ChatGPT is, telling to me. And then it is providing a reply to John that I trust this message finds you well. Thank you for a comprehensive update over the data analytics project and couple of more details. Right? And these details are related to whatever things are present over this email. So this is how ChatGPT is generating a mail. And then what I can do, if I'm satisfied this particular response, I can copy this mail completely, or I can even copy a particular part like this and paste it in my mail body, and I can draft a mail. Or if you want to tune this response, that is something also you can do that. If you think that like this is a very long mail, if you think this is a very long mail, I need a short reply. So you can ask ChatGPT, provide short reply to this mail. That's it. So second time, no need to provide the mail, right? No need to paste the mail body and all. ChatGPT can understand the context from your this particular prompt. So let me just provide you and show you. Provide short reply to this mail. You can see here, at this particular prompt, I haven't provided the mail body. So this is why I'm telling you, ChatGPT understand the context for your prompt. At this particular prompt, ChatGPT understand that this particular prompt is related to whatever output response is generated previously. The output response is based upon the mail, whatever I have provided to ChatGPT in this particular prompt, right? So this is how ChatGPT is tuning this particular response, which was very long, to a short response. Even if you think that this is a very short response, you can even generate a response in these many number of words. For example, generate response in, let's say, 250 words. See, now ChatGPT will generate the reply to this mail in only 250 words, right? Or let's say I want to generate a reply in, let's suppose, 150 words. So in 150 words, that's it. So ChatGPT can understand the context. Right? So this is what ChatGPT is generating a response, probably in approximate in 150 words. Is that clear, guys? All of those things? Yes or no? Okay. Any questions, guys, up to this part? Cool. Okay, so up to this, guys, we have understood that we can provide a prompt to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT can generate the response. Even ChatGPT has something called the context awareness. ChatGPT, it knows in which context I'm providing these prompts. All right. But this context awareness, guys, please listen carefully. This context awareness is only available for a particular chat session. Right? Let's suppose next time I'm opening a new chat session. And how you can open a new chat session? You can see on the left top corner, we have something called as a new chat. If you click over there, a new chat session will get open. Now, if I provide the same prompt here, like provide the output in 150 words. So provide, or let's say generate response in 150 words. Let's see what ChatGPT can generate it. It's a new chat session, right? So you can see here, it is showing, please provide me with a prompt or question. All right. So this is a new chat session I have opened, and there I have provided the prompt which I have used in the past chat sessions. So the thing is, whatever context ChatGPT is using, that context is available in a particular session only. If you are moving towards a new chat session, if you're using a new chat session, over this new chat session, the context is not available. The context awareness is present only for a particular chat session. Okay. Let's come to the same chat session, this one. So this is another detail. Apart from that, guys, let's suppose, let me just come to this part. Okay. Or okay, let's see this outcome. Yeah. Let's suppose, guys, this is what ChatGPT is generating the response. And in this response, I want to add couple of more details, right? So how I can add? Either I will provide a new prompt, right? So I can ask ChatGPT, add these details like that. Or even I can modify my past prompt. So you can modify past prompts. How you can modify? Let's see. So just, hover your cursor over the prompt which you want to modify, and you can see this pencil icon. Just click over this pencil icon. Now you can, modify this prompt. Let's suppose I want to add couple of more details, like, so this is the first thing, like generate the response in 150 words and include following details. So I want to include couple of more details in the response of this email. So the details are like this. Come to the next line. And then the first one is let's say I want to include a detail like in the mail, I want to include a one point like schedule a meeting with the client. And let's say I want to specify like day also. Let's say schedule a meeting with the client on upcoming Monday, let's suppose. Schedule a meeting with client on upcoming Monday, right? And let's say I want to include another point, include relevant stakeholder, or let's say include stakeholders in this meeting. So in the reply to this particular mail, I want to include these 2 points also. That first of all, generate the reply, whatever mail I have provided to ChatGPT. And in that reply, include these 2 points also, that ask to client, to schedule a meeting with the client like on upcoming Monday. Along with that, in that meeting, also include the stakeholders, right? And let's save and submit to this modified prompt. The moment you click over this save and submit, this previous, this particular output will get disappear and the new output will get generated like this. So you can see here, the output is almost in 150 words. And if you just, read this output, so it is saying that this is the first point which is included. Let's schedule a meeting with the client on upcoming Monday to discuss these developments aligned with the project next step. Along with that, it would be beneficial to include the key stakeholders. So that means these 2 points are also included by the ChatGPT to this particular response, right? Even if you again want to modify this particular prompt, you can do that. So, this is how you can modify your past prompts. Along with that, you can even modify your, current outcome. So like if you want into a 150 words, 250 words, or in whatever format you want, that is something you can do that. Let's say you want this particular outcome in a more professional language. This is also you can do that. You can ask ChatGPT that make it more professional. right? So probably you can see we are getting some better outcome. So I mean, in that way, you can tune the outcome, and you can see the 2 points are being included, like meeting with the client on Monday and include the stakeholders. So in that way, you can generate a reply to your input prompt. Even you can modify your past prompts, or you can tune your, tune the response of the ChatGPT as per the need, right? Is that clear, guys? This part? Any doubt or any queries? What about YouTube, guys? Right? Vidya, don't worry, I'll be covering all of those points, right? But not today, but in upcoming sessions. So don't worry about that. Any other questions, guys? Just give me a minute, guys. Okay. Yeah. So I guess this part is clear to you guys, right? So let me discuss a couple of more details. Okay. So let's see, guys, what else we can do with that. So this is one thing, right? And we can even tune the output. Okay. So apart from that, so this is something we have discussed, like the context is available in a particular chat session, right? If you change the chat session, the context will get disappear. You can even modify your current prompt. Now, apart from that, guys, let's suppose you have a very long article, or let's say you have a research paper or any PhD thesis or any of the text article, and you want to get the summary of that particular article. This is also you can perform with the ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT to provide the summary for this particular article, and below that you can provide the article. You can just copy and paste that, right? So let's say this is something what we have a sample article. Let me just copy this one. And I don't want to read this article line by line. I want to get a summary for this particular article, right? So let's say this is how we have an article. And then I want to get a summary of this article. So I can ask ChatGPT, please generate, or let's say, please summarize this article. And below that, I'll just copy and paste my article. You can see here, this is what I have an article with me, a very long article. And I want to get a summary of this article. I don't want to read this, this long article line by line. So, okay, great. So this is how ChatGPT is generating summary to this particular long article. So it is generating summary probably in 4 paragraphs, right? So let's say, guys, I don't want a summary in a paragraph format. I want a summary in a bullet form. That means a point by point, right? So this is also I can do that. So I can ask ChatGPT, please provide in bullet points. Can you guys see? Now I'm getting the summary of this article in a bullet points. Even you can also specify how many bullet points you need as a summary. So if you see here, so we are getting a lot of bullet points. So I can ask ChatGPT, write it in, let's say 5 bullet points. Right? I mean, this is how you can tune the outcome of the ChatGPT as per the need. Right? Or, okay, so this is one thing what we can do. Apart from that, guys, what you can do, even if you see this article, so in this article, guys, like we have a lot of things, like different topics are there. So let's suppose we have something called as things related to the big data and all, and let's say we have some industry zones related things, right? We have something related to here we have it's same as an industry kind of thing. Here we have some big data e-commerce related things are there. So I mean, like that, it is generating a summary. But let's suppose I have a second article like this. So let me just copy this one. Yeah. Okay. And I want to get a summary for this particular article. So I have a second article. So let me just, write it to the ChatGPT. Provide summary for this article. And below that, I have an article like this. So yeah, so this is how ChatGPT is generating. Okay, so there is some network error. Let me just. Okay, so this is how ChatGPT is generating the summary to this particular article, right? Now, if you, okay, so let's generate it. Okay, now if you see, guys, this particular article. So in this article, we have a different country names present. So if you see here, so basically, this is things related to the USA. So it is one of the like graduation program or business analytics program in USA. And apart from that, if you just scroll it, so you can see here, we have a things related to Japan, and then below that we have also things related to if you just scroll it down, things related to Korea. So there is something related to the Korea, and then we also have a other country details like Gabon and all. So I mean, likewise, we have a this Gabon. So likewise, we have a different countries, and accordingly, we have some other details. So this is the one thing what I can ask ChatGPT to generate a summary for this particular article. Apart from that, I can even fetch the details for this particular article. Let's say I want to know what are the country names present, what are the countries present or mentioned in this particular article, right? Some minute details or internal details. So let me just copy this one. I want to know what are the countries mentioned in this particular article. Let's see. Okay, so this is how it is generating the response. So like we have something called as a STEM as a business degree program. And this program is related to the country mentioned as a USA. Then we have something related to the health benefits. That is something with respect to Japan. Evolution of Korea's electronic industry. The country name is a Korea present. And we have something carbon storage things with respect to the Gabon. Right? Let's say you want to include a couple of more details with respect to these countries, which is not present in this article. For example, I want to know what is the population for these countries. So this population parameter is not present in this article. Right? So let me do like this. Include population for these countries. That's it. Include population for these countries. Now see. Can you guys check it here? It is providing the population of all of these countries like USA, Japan, Korea, Gabon. And this population is being updated as of 2022, right? So as of 2022, this was the population for these countries, right? Even if you're not okay with this kind of a output format, you can even create a table where in the first column you have a country name, in the second column you have a population. So I can ask ChatGPT, provide it in tabular format. See, so what I'm getting the topic. Topic is the thing, but this particular topic name, the country mentioned, as well as the population. And let's say I only need these two columns. I don't need this topic. So what I can do, I can ask ChatGPT to drop this topic column or remove topic column. So this is how you can get the details. Is that clear, guys? How ChatGPT is working and how you can take the help from the ChatGPT from different perspective. YouTube guys. Guys, don't worry, attendance link will be there by 8:30, right? Okay, so this is one thing what I have. We can specify particular column name. Yes, Sucheta, that is something you can do that, right? Just give me a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay, great. So this is one thing. Let me just share my screen. Okay, this is one thing. Now, apart from that, guys, even you can also include more columns to this table. Let's say population is one thing, what we have with respect to these countries, right? And let's suppose I want to also include something like, let's say, the area of these countries, right? So let me ask ChatGPT, add area as another column. Let's see what it generates. Oh, great. So what it's providing, it is providing the area of these countries in square kilometer. And this is the details what we have, right? So I mean, in that way, you can, like generate the response as per your need. Apart from that, let's forget about these all of these details and all. Let's suppose I want to generate a table where I have like what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a table where I have a world's 10 tallest building along with their height, right? And I'm not going to provide any details to the ChatGPT. So what I'm asking to ChatGPT that create a table with two columns. One is that list of 10 tallest building in the world. Another is the list of their heights in meter. So let me ask ChatGPT to do that. See. So create a table with two columns. So this is how ChatGPT is, creating a table without providing any article or any other information. Right? So like building name and the height of the building. So like this particular output, if you see, this is sorted by the height in a descending order, right? The highest building on the top. Let's suppose I want to sort this table based upon the building name. So building name is a text information. If I do the sorting, so that will be the alphabetical sorting, right? So the building name, which starts from the A, that will be on the top. So that is also you can do that. Let's say sort this table by building name. See, can you guys see the changes? Now I have a building name which starts from the A on the top. After A, we have a B, then C, and then we have a building starts with the G, then L, then O, like that in alphabetical order. So I mean, in that way, you can even tune your output from the ChatGPT according to your need. And if you need, you can even copy and paste this table, copy this table and paste it at the respective location. Right? This is also something you can do that. Is that clear, guys? All of these things? Any questions, anyone? YouTube guys? Sucheta, yes. So sometimes, you can even you can use the grammatically, right? For that. Yes, Sucheta, you can also. Yeah, you can use the grammarly, right? Yes. Guys, attendance link will be there from 8:30, right? Attendance link will be open between 8:30 to 9, right? Okay, so this is some introduction to the Chat GPT. In upcoming sessions, we are dealing with a couple of more functionalities and capabilities of Chat GPT with different domains, right? So apart from that, now let me also discuss some the basic details regarding the Chat GPT, like the history and what are the other things are there. So let me come to these slides. Okay. Just a minute, guys. Okay, guys. So let's see, some basic details regarding the ChatGPT. This is what we have already discussed. Okay. So if I talk about, guys, the history of this AI-based chatbot. So the first AI-based chatbot was developed by MIT Institute, USA, and that was called as a ALICE, ALICE, right? It stands for the Artificial Linguistic Internet Computer Entity. So this was the first AI-based chatbot built by MIT Institute, USA. And after that, IBM has created its own AI-based chatbot that was called as a Watson. So it is called as a IBM Watson. And then the Google came into the picture, right? Microsoft's Cortana and Google's Allo was created as a another AI-based chatbot, and then Bing and Bard is being created. And then in 2018, OpenAI has released the generative pre-trained transformer model for a chatbot, and it is called as the ChatGPT. So ChatGPT is the first GPT-based chatbot. It is using the AI. I mean, this is the AI-based approach only. So the chatbot, which is using the transformer model. So the first chatbot is the ChatGPT, right? And if I talk about like the timeline, so this is how the OpenAI has built the ChatGPT. So the first version of this ChatGPT was released in 2018, and then they have released a couple of more versions, some beta versions also there, but it captures the market from November 2022 onwards, when we have the free version of the ChatGPT 3.5, it was released. And along with that, like in March, after almost 4 or 5 months, so they have released the paid version, that is the ChatGPT 4. So right now we have these two versions, ChatGPT 3.5, which is a free version, ChatGPT 4, which is the paid version, right? Guys, attendance link is there in the chat box. Yes, Suchita, like I will, provide a link for that. Don't worry. Not today, but in the coming sessions. Okay, so this is what we have discussed with you. So it is a first chatbot platform to combine both AI-powered natural language processing along with the GPT technology, right? And this is what we have, ChatGPT. It is a large language model developed by the OpenAI, where GPT stands for the Generative Pre-trained Transformer model, right? And we have a base model as a GPT 3.5. So it is designed to generate human-like text response. Guys, again, I'm telling you, this will only generate the text response, right? It will take the text data as an input and it will generate the text as an output, right? It is a little bit more specialized and accurate compared to other ChatGPTs. Okay. So yeah. So this is what we have. And then like you guys might be thinking how ChatGPT is generating so accurate response. So actually, sorry, whatever model is used, to train the ChatGPT, like the transformer model. So for that model, vast amount of the text data is being used to train these models. So this data has been taken from the like internet and some other resources, all of this, the text data only. So the corpus size is very, very large to train these kind of models, right? So since we have a lot of amount of data, what's amount of data is there, which is a text data only, to train this transformer model. So that's why ChatGPT is providing so accurate response, because almost all the information is present with the ChatGPT at the backend, right? So the potential applications of the ChatGPT is basically you can utilize it as a chatbot. as a virtual assistant, some content generation part, even language translation. Guys, what is a language translation? What is a language translation? Anyone? What is a language translation? Translating from, yes, correct, guys. So basically, language translation is nothing but, guys, this is another very useful case in the generative AI. That is something called as a machine translation. Machine translation. Machine translation, right? So what it will do, in this particular application, we provide the text data as an input in one language. So let's say we have an input text data in English language, and we want to convert this input text data, which is in English language, into a French language or in some other language. So it will generate the output data, which is a text data, but it is in a French language. So that is something we calling as a machine translation, right? So the input in a one language text data, output is in another language text data. That is something called as a machine translation, right? And guys, here we have a difference between the ChatGPT 3.5, the free version, versus the paid version. So in the free version, we don't have something called as a code interpreter that is available with the paid version. We don't have something called as a plugins facility that is available in the ChatGPT 4 paid version. Custom instruction is available, so just modified it. It is available in the free version as well as the paid version. But if I talk about the accuracy, stability, academic performance, and the response speed, these kind of things, so these things will be better in case of a paid version compared to the free version. All right. So these are the couple of details regarding this GPT, ChatGPT version, right? ChatGPT 3.5. So this is something what we have as an introduction to the ChatGPT. Any questions, guys? Anyone? Which text link, Amrita? I didn't get your query. Guys, attendance link is there in the chat box. You can mark it attendance. Any questions, anyone? YouTube guys? Ramesh Raj, I can't show you the, like these extensions and plugins kind of thing because these are the paid version. Here we are dealing with the free version, right? No issues, Amrita. Charulata, we can't draw a bar graph. The reason being, as I told you, ChatGPT can only generate the text data. It can't generate any kind of images or graphs or visualization or any kind of a link. It can't generate those kind of things. It will only generate the text data as a response. And it will only accept the text data as an input. That's why it is an application of the large language model. Right? Any other questions, guys? Yeah. Okay, how does ChatGPT reply to context? What is the logic? So to understand the backend process, like this is something I'll be discussing in next couple of sessions. So for that, you need to understand the basics regarding the neural network and some other the neural network architectures like sequence to sequence model, and we have a couple of other things. So all of those things I will be covering in upcoming sessions, right? So like parallelly, we'll be doing some hands-on with the ChatGPT, and parallelly we will be also seeing some technical details from the deep learning point of view. Okay. So I mean, it will take some time to cover this part. Okay. Yeah. Welcome. Any other questions, guys? And by the way, guys, ChatGPT won't provide you 100% accurate outcome each and every time. So if you see your ChatGPT account where you write over input prompt, below that it is mentioned that ChatGPT can make mistakes, right? The place where we write our input prompt, below that it has been mentioned that ChatGPT can make mistakes. That means there might be possibility that it will provide some, inaccurate response. So that part is also there. Okay, guys. So this is for today's session from my end. If you guys have any question for me, do let me know. Otherwise, over to Chandana. If you guys have any questions related to certification and LMS portal, all of those things, you can ask to Chandana.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. Guys, I hope you enjoy the session. Is there any queries for me? Please let me know in the chat box. Okay, I hope there is no more questions. Nobody's have a doubt. Krishnamurti is asking, ma'am, ChatGPT is good for human? I think this question is for Vikas. Karan, can I get the certificate after completing this course? Yes, Karan, you will get. And one more thing, you need a 60% attendance. Okay. And one more thing, by watching recording videos, you can't get participation certificate. Okay. You have to mark your attendance. That too, you need 60% attendance. How to mark the attendance? I'm sharing the feedback link. In this link, you have to fill your details. Okay. That's the way to mark your attendance. Satvika, there is no assignments for this program. Okay, Satya, I will check once, okay, with my admin team. Krishnamurti, when is the test? It's a surprise. Alexander, ma'am, I didn't attend 2 classes, but I will still get the certificate. Yes, of course you will get. Maximum you have to attend 9 classes, okay? It will reach to 60% attendance. How can I see the video lectures? Is this on any specific website? Karan, we have a LMS portal. In that portal, you can able to see all the recorded videos. Amul, you can't able to check your percentage attendance. At the last, you just drop an email to edl@excello.com. So my team will let you know. Total 15 classes. At least you have to attend 9 classes for the certificate. But knowledge also important, right? Please attend all the classes and gain knowledge. Alexander, you will get certificate via your email. Okay. Okay, then I hope there is no more questions. So please mark your attendance. Don't miss to mark your attendance, okay? It will affect on your certificate. Yes, Murthy, you can leave if you don't have any queries. Kriti, no, we are running this program on weekdays, not weekends. So Saturday, Sunday is off. Shubha, we are telling that from the first day attendance is mandatory. Then how you miss your attendance? You have to mark your attendance. So that time only you will get certificate, or else we can't able to do anything. Mohanty, how can I got a certificate? You have to mark your attendance, and 60% attendance is mandatory for the certificate. Gaurav Sharma, you will get your recordings in LMS portal, okay? Yeah, Durga, we extended 1 day class because of Monday holiday, na? That's why. Like Christmas, we gave holiday, right? That's why. Prabhu, you can mark your attendance 2 times also, no issues. Nazur, there is no assignment for this program. Ma'am, should I mark attendance 2 times per session or 1 time? 1 time is mandatory, 2 time is your wish. Okay, Abhilash. Nazur, I already told that we don't have assignments for this program, okay? No assignments. We have a assessment, that to surprise test, okay? I shared the same link again and again, okay? I'm not sharing 2 type of links, okay? Nazur, by marking your attendance, you will get certificate. I hope we done for the day. We'll meet on tomorrow. Up to then, take care. Bye bye. Have a good night.